Hey guys, so welcome back to Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward. Let's carry on where we left off. We're pretty much on the home stretch now of the game. This is the last full flow we need to do before we start picking away the locks that are in the other flows that have stopped us from advancing, which is good because, you know, we only have like, what, half the endings, I think? We've got Kay, we've got Dio, we've got Tenmyuji, we've got Clover, and that's about it. So this is the last flow, and then we get towards the last white door, which we don't know what it is yet, what room it is. So that's going to be exciting. We've done every other room besides that because the garden was the last one that was beyond these second set of chromatic doors. So there you go. Almost done, guys. Almost done. I feel like there's going to be an avalanche of information coming our way, but for now, let's just see what happens in this flow, eh?
You want to have a look? We can go back to any of the rooms we've already visited.
There's the treatment center.
So?
Sure, let's have a look. Alice hasn't killed herself yet in this flow, but I'm trying to see whether, you know, that comes up again. But I'm struggling to see whether Sigma will even care at this point because of the attitude she's been showing us lately, right? Like, oh. After a few moments of brisk walking, we found ourselves in the treatment center. She was giving me grief a lot just because, you know, I chose Ally. Makes me glad that I chose Betrayed the first time around with Alice, because I feel like that probably would have really soured me on her character, like, as a first impression. Not that, you know, I like her or anything, but yeah. Anyway, what are those?
They're why this is called a treatment center. Those pods can cure a number of illnesses and even repair certain injuries.
Whoa. That's nuts.
How about you climb in one of them, Dio?
Why?
Well, maybe it can fix whatever's wrong with your brain.
Jeez, man. She's just proved my point. She's got 6 points. It's like gotten to her head. She thinks she's hot shit or something. And we're just sitting here with our measly 1 point, you know, just trying to survive.
Hey, you want to start something, lady?
And she's just being a dick to Dio for no reason, right? Because Dio hasn't done anything bad in this flow. At least so far, right? He hasn't been a dick as of yet. Because he voted Ally with Luna in the first AB round, right? And he hasn't gone and opened the second AB room already, which is what he normally does in the other flows, right? As soon as we solve the second room. So we've got like no evidence that Dio is actually trash. But, you know.
Calm down now, son.
Even he's getting grief.
You don't cool off a bit and I'll have to throw you in one of these pods here.
Whoa, and Tenmyuji's like siding with Alice here.
Huh? Why?
Weren't you paying attention? They have a cold sleep function.
Oh my god.
I figured that ought to cool your head up.
Wait. Did you say cold sleep? I thought you were about to say, wait, don't say that pun again. That's where they freeze you, right? And you can stay that way for a really long time?
Yeah?
Yep, cryo sleep. Cool, yeah.
According to some
Just
records we
establishing
found
that.
in here, until about 8 hours ago, there were 3 frozen people in these pods.
Right, and we still don't know who that was, or who that is.
3 people? Who?
You mean 3 of us were? We don't know.
I wonder if maybe Quark, maybe Alice were in these pods, because they've exhibited signs of Radical 6, and maybe once they got pulled out of the pods, you know how the pods are supposed to like slow down the symptoms or something? Maybe as soon as they got pulled out of the pods, Radical 6 reactivated again, and that's why they get sick during the, around this time of the game, so that's why we better keep an eye on Alice.
All we found was what was in the logs for the pods.
But I don't know who would be in the third one. Maybe it could have been that woman. We don't know if she was infected with Radical 6, right? And Tenmyuji knows her somehow, I think. But there was no mention of her in Quark's letter, which is fascinating. How long were they here?
No idea. Part of the logs were erased. All that's left is when the cold sleep function turned off. It records them thawing out, getting up. That's it.
And that's it. Just disappeared.
Then they could be anyone.
Well, anyone but you.
What? What? Why not Alice?
Because you don't need a device like this to freeze Alice. Am I wrong?
Do you know about Alice's true nature, Tenmyuji? Because you seem to know a lot about 999, so maybe?
Huh?
Mind you, she wasn't even really involved in 999. She just came up, but we never met her until the very end, right?
What are you talking about?
You don't need to play dumb. The water in your body isn't normal
Here it
water.
is.
It's something called Ice 9.
Oh, jeez. It's out.
It freezes at 96.8 degrees. That means all you have to do to put yourself in cold sleep is drop your body temperature below 96.8.
It's pretty much she just needs to go outside in winter, and she's pretty much a popsicle.
No fancy machine needed.
So you'd think she'd probably wrap herself in more, you know, warmer clothing than this.
Where on earth did you hear that?
From Clover.
Oh, I thought he somehow knew.
Clover?
When we were exploring the lounge during the first round.
I see.
She's nervous. There we go. We brought it back down to earth. Well done, Tenmuji. Oh, God. She's having a breakdown.
What's so funny?
Oh man, you fell for that one hook, line, and sinker.
Thought we were
didn't
about to
you?
get a Phoenix Wright breakdown.
Clover was messing with you. That is, if she even said anything to you at all. It was a lie. A joke.
Really? We're going with the joke card? What kind of joke is that? Like, hey, Tenmuji, by the way, you know, Clover? I mean, sorry, you know Alice, right? She's made of ice. Not just any ice. This is ice. Special ice. Ice 9. Okay? She is. Ask her next time you see her. Really. Just try it and see what she says. You know? Like, who comes up with that as a joke?
A joke? No, there's no way it was a joke. I'm sure about it. Your body is made of Ice 9.
Not to mention, like, why would Clover even tell Tenmuji this in the first place? That's something that's questionable, right? Because she's very secretive, right, Clover, about their mission, and Alice in particular. Why would she just randomly tell Tenmuji, oh, Alice is made of Ice 9, by the way, while you're searching the lounge? Which, by the way, was the first room you guys searched. And she betrayed you in the AB game, so she didn't trust you enough to choose ally with you, but she trusted you enough to just say, oh yeah, Alice is made of Ice 9, by the way, she's not normal. Like, that seems a bit shady, doesn't it? Just a little bit. I wonder if Clover really did tell Tenmuji.
Well, you're mistaken. It's a ridiculous misunderstanding. An urban legend.
With seemingly no other prompting, Alice launched into a lengthy explanation. It went something like this. At some point in the past, someone found a frozen, mummified Egyptian queen. What was curious about this mummy, however, was that it remained frozen at room temperature. Yeah, she's acting like a queen. Or more like a princess, really, a spoiled diva princess. People began to refer to her as All Ice, which eventually became simply Alice. Rumors that her body was made of Ice 9 began to circulate, and her bizarre refusal to thaw only compounded them.
They say that the mummy finally thawed, and when it did, it began to move.
For someone who denies being this Egyptian mummy queen, you seem to know an awful lot about it.
And ever since then, I've had people say they thought I was her.
People? Well, just people you just met on the street, they're like, hey, you're Alice, right? From that All Ice story?
I mean, really? How could anyone believe something so ridiculous?
This is how you can tell people are just lying, right? Typically when you're lying, or people who lie, they try to go into detail to make their story seem more believable. Whereas someone who told the truth, they'll just disregard it. They'll just be like, I'm not made of Ice 9, what are you talking about? Anyway, let's move on.
The existence of this mysterious Alice and of this ice that doesn't melt are just urban legends.
But why would people make that mistake about you in particular? Yeah, exactly. Why you? Because your name's Alice?
It can't just be because your name's Alice.
Yeah, exactly. Dia's onto it.
There are tons of Alices.
Is it because of your face and how you look?
What, the way she's dressed? You know, still.
Well, it is true that I am both beautiful and elegant.
Okay, I don't know about elegant. I mean, have you seen your choice of attire? Like, goodness me, it's hardly classy.
Can I really be blamed if people think I'm an Egyptian queen? I don't think that's the only reason, though. Someone who made that mistake said something to me once. They claimed they'd seen me before. Of course, I immediately pressed the issue. Do you mean the mummy, Alice? I said. When? Where? Of course, they were at a loss. In fact, I began to feel a little sorry for them. So I told them something. If you're so convinced, then maybe I am actually Alice.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe I've lost my memory and can't remember who I am. And so on and so on.
Right.
I'm still not sure why Clover would tell you something like that, though.
Still, we know the truth, right?
Even if she was just messing with you, it seems a little out of left field.
Exactly. It's not just some random joke you've got kept in your side pocket for, like, a dinner party or something.
You really think she put that much thought into it? She was probably just screwing with him and it was the first thing that came to mind.
She's got a strange mind then, if that's the first thing.
Maybe she wanted to see if she could get him to believe something completely ridiculous.
Yeah, I could see her doing something like that.
I mean, she does seem to have a lot more playful attitude in this game, right? Doing all those silly puns and whatnot. Still.
Well, I think that's enough idle gossip for now. The cold sleep business is interesting, but I don't think it's terribly useful. We should go see if the other team has returned to the warehouse yet.
At Atlas's request, we made our way out of the treatment center. There you go. Let's get out of here. Towards Warehouse A. As we watch this dot move. Warehouse B. Oh, that's right, we haven't gone here yet. We met with the other team like as soon as we came out. This is...
It looks like another warehouse.
It looks like the same warehouse.
Hey, look.
3 more doors.
The white doors of destiny.
They're all glowing white. You think?
Yep. These might be the next set of chromatic doors.
I'd bet on it. Look, they've got the same boxes next to them as the other doors.
So the next set of doors are white?
They haven't all been the same color before.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely need to tell the others about this.
Right. Let's head back to floor A. Okay, more travel. Well, are they here? Nope, gotta pull the lever, of course. Right, so we just stop there just to pull the lever. I mean, like, I can see why they do this, especially, you know, to, like, fill the atmosphere. Like, yeah, we're moving towards from room to room, like, exploring the place and pulling levers and whatnot, but there isn't even any music playing, you know? We're just literally a dot moving towards the warehouse. And I feel like it just slows the game down. Like, sure, have it if we're in a hurry or something, like, especially with that intense music that plays, like, oh man, we're gonna be late towards the chromatic doors, let's go, and then we just, like, run through. But even this, you know, like, why couldn't we just teleport or transition? Just go from fade, and then we're here, already at Warehouse A, you know? Just minor frustration, I guess.
Goodness.
Oh, jeez.
You finally returned. I was beginning to get anxious.
Oh, God, I thought you were gonna beat me up. Look at the way you're posed, man. Take it easy, we're here, we're here. At least you didn't open the AB room. Did something happen?
Yes. It's Quark, you see.
Oh, there it is.
What?
It's begun.
What happened to Quark?
He collapsed. It happened so suddenly. We were just searching our room.
What?
Please,
Oh,
you
here
must
comes-
hurry to the infirmary.
Here comes Papa Wolf.
Clover is looking after him, but his condition could change at any moment. You should go.
Oh no.
Here we go. Tenmuji shoved Kay aside and leapt through the yellow door. The rest of us exchanged a few startled looks, then ran off after him.
Quark, come on, kid. Get a hold of yourself.
Tenmuji grabbed Quark's shoulders and began to shake him desperately. At least he didn't disappear this time, he just turned up in the infirmary. It was Clover who stopped him.
Hey, what are you doing? He's sick, and we don't even know what's wrong with him. What if you make him worse?
By shaking him.
Then what am I supposed to do? I have to save him.
Save? That seems a little extreme. Maybe he just has anemia or something.
Nah, Tenmuji knows he has Radical 6, right?
No, that's not it.
Because we know that Quark's actually quite a healthy young boy, right? He's quite lucky in terms of his physical fitness. So why is Radical 6 suddenly hitting the guy, you know?
I know him better than any of you.
Yeah, he knows this can't be normal because he doesn't normally get sick.
He doesn't have anemia. He's never just collapsed before.
Well, then call an ambulance and stop freaking out about it.
Okay, here we go. Here comes Dio.
You son of a bitch. This is serious.
The infirmary seems pretty well equipped. There are plenty of diagnostic tools, but
Without a doctor, there's not going to be much we can do with them.
Alright, these guys don't know that Luna's a doctor. Oh, right. Well, we've got Luna. Oh, never mind. Sigma remembers.
Luna?
That's right. I remember Dio saying something. You have a medical license, don't you?
Wait, really? Is that true, Luna?
Well, yes, but...
This sounds familiar. Yep, it is familiar. I knew it. No, nothing like medicine. Yep, I totally can't remember what we were talking about. I mean, it was just like a park. Alright, I suppose, did we find the Axelavir? Lots of vegetation and stuff, but no medicine.
What about you, Kay? Was there any medicine in your room?
We visited the laboratory.
Yeah, there's medicine there.
There were a number of chemicals and concoctions there, some of which were medicine, but nothing like what we're searching for, I'm afraid.
Excuse me? There is Axelavir in the safe. Who are you with? It was Luna, Alice, and I in the garden. Oh, you were with Clover because she was the one looking after Quark. So it's not like Dio stole it and is blackmailing him. So why was there no Axelavir in the laboratory?
Oh god.
Did the contents of the safe switch?
Then he's going to... Oh god, no.
What? Look, just to be sure, the three of you went to the treatment center, right? And you're sure it wasn't there?
No, there was nothing even remotely like it. You went there too, didn't you? The only thing in the treatment center are those treatment pods.
Treatment pods? Oh, mind you, actually, weren't we infected with Radical 6? I just remembered. In the security room, right? When Fi's speech suddenly sped up and sounded like a chipmunk, right? Were we infected? But then we had a little nap and then we came out of it all good. That's it. If we put Quark in one of those pods... For a moment there was silence.
Quark?
Quark!
Oh. Yep, here it comes. Make sure Alice doesn't take the scalpel. There's this injection. Oh, there's Alice with the knife. Oh, jeez. Here it comes. No one here, huh? Nope. She's in crew quarters too, man. I'm telling you. Damn. Where'd she go? Telling you, like, we jump all these flows and yet sometimes we only remember it when we want to. Complaining wasn't going to help anything. I needed to go look somewhere else. Let's go. See, like, maybe here you'd do that thing, but even just, like, stopping to push the elevator button and then whatnot, like, I don't know. It just rubs me the wrong way, this kind of transition. Especially when you see it over and over again. Maybe it's just to give Let's Players a chance to discuss theories and whatnot. Well, clearly I haven't been taking advantage of that. Elevator door closes. Alright, where are we going? Treatment center. I don't think she's like Quark and stuffs herself in the pod. Nothing here. Shoot. Nothing in the treatment center either. We need to find her quick, or else she's gonna do something bad. If we hadn't stopped Quark. Or are we gonna do the thing where we have to, we'll find her dead body, then we have to replay this flow just like we did, really early on? I need to hurry! I headed to the garden next. Okay. Go into the garden. Well, it's just opposite, right? So, there you go. B garden. What do we got? Oh, the waterfall's back on. There's the scales. The scales that I never used because I got lucky with the damn puzzle. I was wondering, like, these scales are here, but they're just to pick up items from. Like, we never had to use it. And I can't believe I got lucky. I'd only gone a few steps from the walkway through the grass when I stopped short. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Wait. That's right, yeah. Alice was in the garden in this flow, wasn't she? And in all the other flows, she was in the crew quarters, so... Does that mean... Because in the other flows, we never went to the garden, right? So she wouldn't have known about it, so it was locked down, I guess. Like, does the garden take precedence? Maybe? If she gets infected, she goes to the garden, but if she can't, she goes to crew quarters too? I wonder. Is there any significance with that? Alice!
Oh, there you are. Good. I'm glad you showed up.
Huh?
I just got here a minute ago. She was like this when I found her.
And there was a bomb in here.
When you showed up, I was getting ready to carry her to the infirmary.
Then she's... alive?
Yeah. Her breathing and pulse seem normal. She doesn't appear to have any obvious external wounds.
So she's just unconscious?
Looks like it.
What about the scalpel?
Doesn't look like she has it. Figure she probably dropped it on the way here. Anyway, we need to get her to the infirmary.
Okay.
Give me a hand here.
Right. Ain't karma a bitch, huh? Treat everyone like dirt, and here I am trying to help her out towards the infirmary. Alice was lighter than I'd expected, probably from her lack of clothes. And fine, I managed to set off toward the infirmary at a brisk trot. Brisk walking, brisk trots. See? And we just teleport to the infirmary here. See? Couldn't we just have that a little bit more often, game? I thought we were going to have the dock going all the way back to the infirmary.
You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning Alice.
Yep.
What did it say?
Her results are identical to Quark's. She has also been infected with Radical 6.
Oh my god. Yep. On our way back, Phi had gone off to retrieve the rest of the participants. 7 sets of eyes widened as Luna spoke.
Oh no. No! What's going to happen to her? Well, like I said before, there's only one way to cure Radical 6. There's a special antiviral treatment. Do you know what immunoglobulin is?
Immunoglobulin. Immunoglobulin. Immunoglobulin? Sorry, I'm just practicing. Yes, we know what that is. We found it in the garden.
Immunogoblin?
Dio is exactly that's how I say that when I first heard it.
It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies that can fight off Radical 6. Those antibodies are the basis for Axelavir.
Uh-huh. Wait, what about those pods in the treatment center? Can't we just stick them in those?
Right. I thought of that too, so I went and took a closer look at them.
That doesn't cure them though, it just stops the symptoms from advancing.
Unfortunately...
They can't cure it.
Correct. They can suppress the symptoms for a while, but they can't kill the virus itself. The only way we can help Alice and Quark is if we can find some Axelavir.
Well, Kay should have found it in the laboratory, but it's not there, so... What does that mean?
Pods will keep them from getting any worse, right?
Does it only appear in that middle flow, then?
Yes.
Well, then what are we waiting for? One of you, grab Alice. We're going to the treatment center.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? Just put them in the pods while we think of a solution, otherwise they're just gonna keep getting worse, right? As he spoke, Tenryuji moved over to Quark and lifted his small, unconscious body off the bed. Quark shifted slightly as Tenryuji moved him, and something fell out of his pocket with a soft clink. I bent down slowly and picked it up. Oh, there it is, the Axelavir. So Quark had it. From the laboratory. But I thought he went unconscious while they were searching it, not at the very end. Is this medicine?
What?
Well, what is it?
Hold on. There's a name on the label here. Axelavir?
Axelavir! You found it, Sigma?
Oh, yes, I did. I am a hero. It was, you know? Yeah.
That's the one thing that can cure Radical 6.
Oh, man. Finally, I'm getting the glory that I was supposed to get when Dio stole it from me.
Why did Quark have it?
Yeah, that is a good question. Because What, did you guys just not open the safe at the same time?
Perhaps he found it earlier.
Earlier when? It wasn't on the shelves.
We explored the laboratory.
And why would he just take that particular bottle, right? So it had to be in the safe.
It was on the other side of the red door. I happened to notice Quark putting something in his pocket.
And you didn't say anything? He hid it?
Whether or not that was his intention is unclear.
I swear, I don't know this boy's intentions and what he's up to. Like, sometimes I feel like he's so suspicious, but then in the previous flow where he escapes with Tenmyuji, I feel like he's actually quite a good kid, so...
I did not have the opportunity to ask, as he collapsed immediately afterwards. It didn't feel appropriate to go digging around in his pockets for it after that.
Yeah, but right now...
To be honest, it had also slipped my mind.
Okay, fair enough. I suppose with all the commotion...
We were rather preoccupied with getting him to the infirmary as quickly as possible.
Who cares about the details? We have it. Hurry up and give it to him, Luna.
But there's only enough for one.
Hey, hold on a minute. What about Alice?
Does it really matter if she goes first or not?
I feel like we should just use it on Quark and then we'll deal with Alice at a later date. Clover, it's probably a good idea if she just has her nap time for now. Then I don't have to suffer for any more grief.
I'm sorry, but I don't think we can do that.
What?
There's only enough here for one person.
Exactly.
The only way we have to administer this is with the injection gun. And the way it functions, it uses a whole bottle each time you pull the trigger.
In other words, we can't split the dose in two or something.
Right.
While we all stood stunned, Fi moved. Stepping over to Quark, she quickly ran her hands through his clothes, then stepped back with a frown and a small shake of her head.
Nothing.
Yeah, well, it's good to check, just in case he was hiding something else.
That one bottle was it.
Do you think there might be some more back in the laboratory?
No, unfortunately not.
No.
Oh, God.
Just enough medicine for one dose.
Who do we save?
Only one person can be saved.
Who should we give it to?
Alice or Quark?
Most people are probably going to say Quark, right? What the hell is this? There's no way we're only going to save one of them.
What are we going to do?
Do I have to spell it out? Yes. We're going to save them both.
How?
That's... yeah. I needed to calm down. Think. There had to be some way to save both of them. It was there. I knew it. IG equals immunoglobulin. Thank you, Luna, for saying it out loud. Now I know how to say it. Immunoglobulin. That's a lot easier to say than immunoglobulin.
Do you know what immunoglobulin is? It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies that can fight off Radical 6.
So one of us has these antibodies? We can make another one? IG replicator? Of course, the thing in the laboratory, the machine that we never got to use.
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
Can we make another dose of the Axelavir? So it's like a copy machine.
Yeah. Probably copies IG. Whatever that is.
Idiotic girl or something, idiotic guy. And we were just like, what the hell's IG? Instagram? And I even made the joke about Instagram again when we found immunoglobulin. Oh my god.
Who knows?
Any ideas?
Ice cream by the gallon?
Right. So we can duplicate it? That's it! I've got it! The IG replicator in the laboratory. It's an immunoglobulin replication machine.
What?
If I told you I had a nice antibody. It can copy immunoglobulin. Antibodies. Luna just said Axelavir is made from antibodies. That means we can make more Axelavir.
Hold on a moment. There is a strange device in the laboratory that says IG replicator on it.
Exactly.
Clover and I examined it thoroughly when we were in that room.
Yeah. We never could figure out what it did, though.
Exactly. My question is, how do you know about it, Sigma?
Oh, you should know that I can jump between flows, Kay. You're the one who told me the password and remember it, even though we were dying, so... But yeah, I suppose everyone else will be like, how do you know, Sigma? I was exploring when I was looking for Alice, and I just stumbled upon it. I saw it. When I was in the laboratory?
When was that?
Oh god.
Probably when you were looking for Alice, right?
Yes, that's when. Thanks, Dio. Sorry, I'm all of a flutter right now. No, Dio was wrong. I hadn't gone to the laboratory when I was looking for Alice. I didn't think I'd ever been to the laboratory. So how did I know about the IG replicator?
If what he's saying is true, then we should be able to duplicate the Axelavir. That would mean we could cure Alice and Quark.
And couldn't we just, like, infinitely make Axelavir, right? Unless Zero's rigged the machine to be only used once or something?
Let's go have a look then. The laboratory, right?
Yeah, no time to waste.
Let's go. We all nodded. Wait, we can't leave them here all alone. Luna, do you think you could stay behind and look after them?
Oh, of course. I'd be happy to.
Alright then, let's go. No one else wants to stay with Luna? Guys, I don't want to leave Luna there by herself. There's like, what, how many of us? There's 6 of us going. Not one other person could stay behind with Luna, keep her company? Jeez. Do we all need to go to replicate this Axelavir? Sheesh. I'm just traveling as a pack. Pack of wolves. Gosh, and we have to go through the red door, watch the elevator door close, then move towards the laboratory. Okay. Here it is. Laboratory. Or laboratory, for you fancy Englishmen and women.
So this is the lab, huh?
Yep.
Yes.
Where's this IG replicator thing?
Right here. We should probably just let K direct them, Sigma. Otherwise we're just arousing suspicion. See?
So this can copy the Axelavir?
I think so.
What are we waiting for?
Or maybe it's because there's only one, like, capsule there. But then if we just administered the Axelavir, couldn't we just, like, bring the empty vial back here and duplicate it again? Or replicate it, I should say? Calm down, alright? Don't rush me. I carefully lowered the small vial of Axelavir into the slot on the side of the machine. Oh god. This could be like a gigantic troll and just, like, drains the Axelavir and then we're, like, left with nothing. An empty vial already protruded from the other side. Presumably, that was where the duplicated Axelavir would go. Ready? When I push this button, it should...
Skip it. Just press the damn thing.
Okay, I'm just being careful, you know, just in case something happens. Right. And... pressed. There we go. So that must have been a lock then, because we got the achievement. Did it work? Oh, it would have been a lock because we had that dialogue with Clover and Dio about what the IG replicator was.
Have a look. The empty vial has something in it now.
And there's still some in the original vial. We did it, guys!
And the vial Sigma used remains as it was. It does not seem to have lost any of its contents.
Yeah, so couldn't we just, like, keep making this?
So, it worked?
Would have been pretty bad if it hadn't.
Yeah, that's why I said, you know, don't rush me, even though you said skip it. Alright, let's get this thing back to the infirmary. I reached down and pulled both vials from the machine, intending to slip them deftly into my pocket. Ah, shit.
What happened?
Sorry. My hand slipped.
You dropped one of them?
Oh my god, Sigma! Come on, this is not the time. We're already a hero, okay? We don't need to jeopardize our reputation right now. Yeah. Just one, though.
What in the hell? What if you'd broken it, you idiot?
Deserved. Deserved. Sigma. Seriously. Take care with this stuff. Come on. If it had broken, then we could have just made another copy. Before Tenmuji could reply, Fi spoke. A copy with what? We've got no other vials if it had broken.
Guys?
I was surprised to hear her voice coming from near my feet. Oh, she's found another bomb, hasn't she? I looked down to see her staring intently at something beneath the table.
You see? It did break!
No, it didn't. Timuji, calm down. Everyone relax, okay? Yeah, I know I screwed up, but everyone just take a breath.
No, the vial's fine. See?
She held it up in one hand, but didn't move her eyes.
Then what the heck is going on down there?
Take a look.
She slid back from the table, quickly and silently. The rest of us bent down to look. Number 2 bomb. So we still haven't seen the 0 bomb or the number 1 bomb, right? Which is... So 0 gave us the number 1 bomb code, Dio gave us the number 0 bomb code, and all we've seen is 2 and 3. So where are the other 2 bombs? Not to mention, how are we supposed to defuse this, right? Because no one went to the control room, which is where we found that device, I think, which is what we used to defuse the bombs. Bomb?
Whoa. Really?
Dio, acting like he hasn't seen these bombs. So who planted the 2 and 3 bombs then?
That makes 2 then.
Guess Kay was right after all.
It must have been Dio, right? Surely. But why does 0 know about the bomb codes? Or that there's a number 1 bomb?
So there were more bombs.
So it would seem.
Was this here when you guys came through the first time?
No, it was not.
Not to mention, this makes me look bad, because how did I know about things in the laboratory? I'm the one who came here. They might think I planted the bomb.
Yeah, I didn't see anything, and I looked real hard.
Then somebody must have said it while we were looking for Alice.
Who the hell would do that?
We were all out looking for Alice. It could have been any of us.
No, not any of us. I was back in the infirmary. Quark was still out, so I was keeping an eye on him.
And have you got anyone to corroborate your alibi there, Tenmyuji? Otherwise, yes, it could be any of us.
So we shouldn't consider you a suspect. Is that right?
It couldn't have been me because I was searching for Alice in the treatment center by myself, so it couldn't have been me.
Yeah, Quark's off the list too.
I think we can write off Quark safely.
But Tenmyoji, you have no proof that you spent the entire time in the infirmary, do you?
Exactly.
What?
You could have quietly made your way to the laboratory, planted the bomb.
I mean, like, Kay's pulled off some sort of trick where he just left his damn armor on the couch and slipped off to kill Dio. Not that you guys know anything about that, because that was a different flow, but I'm just saying.
That's insane! Listen to yourself!
It's not like we're accusing you, we're just saying it could have been you.
There's no way in hell I'd have left Quark all by himself to go plant a goddamn bomb!
Tenmyuji was still staring furiously at Kay when Clover spoke up. I think he's still on edge because he thought I broke the damn Axelavir.
Hey, what's this thing?
Oh, don't push it, whatever it is, just wait. I turned in time to see her grab something from under the table.
It looks like a memory card.
A magenta one. So we need to go to the infirmary and plug this into the TV then.
Where was it?
Right under the bomb. It was down on the floor under the table.
What, did our little terrorist drop this accidentally or deliberately?
Could it have been put here by the same person who set the bomb? There was nothing like it here when we examined this room.
So when they pulled the bomb out of their pocket, this slipped out as well? Do you think they dropped it accidentally?
Unless it was left here intentionally, yes. I imagine so.
Well, it was either intentionally or accidentally, Kay, okay? Sorry, I'm just on edge as well. I shouldn't be giving these guys grief.
What do you think's on it?
Let's take a look. Could I see it for a minute?
Yeah, I guess so.
We're just all on edge here. There's bombs and everyone's panicking. I plucked the card out of her hand and looked around the room. Nothing. Nothing at all. Shoot. No dice. We'll need to plug it into something that can read memory cards, but I don't see anything here.
So what do we do?
And we don't know about the thing in the infirmary because we were in the crew quarters. Come on, if I knew, I'd be doing it.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex Game polling closes.
I thought no one had opened the AB gates, but I guess someone has.
All players, please enter your votes.
It must have happened during all those skipping, which is terrible because, you know, I can't really remember what happened and I'm still skipping all through all of that, but there's just so much dialogue that we've already seen, so.
If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, Any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Well, fortunately my opponent is down and out for the count, so that gives me an
Guys,
advantage.
I think maybe we should get back to the top floor.
Yeah, you're right. We've got what we came here for.
What should we do about the, bomb?
Probably just leave it there, like with the other one.
Not much we can do except leave it here.
Exactly. Tampering with it could make it go kaboom.
Alice said it'd be dangerous to touch them.
True, but
Drop it. We can talk about the bombs later.
Yeah.
Right now we need to take care of Alice and Quark.
Right. So we'll go back to the infirmary, give them the Axelavir, then head to the Floor A warehouse. We can give them the Axelavir afterwards.
Right.
You know, 10 minutes remaining. We don't have time to be injecting them and then say we teleported back to the infirmary again.
It might take a little while, but they should recover.
Let's just hope Alice doesn't recover in time to go to the AB room, because this is a nice little advantage for us. Her voice was quiet as she backed away from Alice and Quark. In her hand was the injection gun. She carefully removed the empty vial and placed it gently in the cabinet with the other one. While we were in the laboratory, Luna had moved Quark to a crude cot. They both looked peaceful as they slept. The madness I had seen on their faces before was completely gone.
Are they really going to be all right?
Yes.
Shouldn't we have made a duplicate of the Axelavir, like a third one, just in case someone else gets infected? Now we've got none left.
The analysis I did on the vials confirmed that the duplicate was real Axelavir.
Because we've seen that these two have gotten infected. What's to stop any of us getting infected?
The original was genuine too, of course. Now that they've been treated...
it's only a matter of time before the virus is eliminated.
Well, I guess that's a bit of a slip up on our part that we didn't make a third copy for backup.
I believe so, yes. Oh man, what a relief.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What was with your teeth there, Clover? Just, you know, keep your dentures in your mouth,
I
please.
was really worried.
Not to mention she's smiling right here and there's no teeth showing. Clover grinned. That's not a grin, that's a damn, like, ear-to-ear smile. Agreed. I gave her a reassuring pat on the back. Nice.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex Game polling closes.
Alright, peeps.
Alright, everybody. We can be relieved later. Right now we need to get to the AB rooms and fast.
Damn. Don't even have time to catch our breath.
Nope. Come on, let's go. The Floor A warehouse is waiting. Dink. Alright. So, we can ally or we can betray. I suppose we just stick with our formula, just as we always do, ally on the second round. Even though this is our chance to set her back. Huh? Where's Tenmuji?
Oh, he stayed back in the infirmary.
What?
Why?
Because I'm not his opponent. If I'm his opponent, he comes. If anyone else, then he stays. Gives everyone an easy choice.
Well, when we were all heading out, I noticed he wasn't doing anything.
I always have it tough.
So I asked him if he was coming with us. And this is what I got.
I'm still worried about Quark and Alice. I think I'll stick around and make sure they're okay.
I see.
Even though he's got 1 point. What a brave guy.
That means that Phi's only opponent will be Dio.
Oh right, he's paired with Dio then. So it's 1-on-1. 1-on-1, huh?
Ugh.
I forgot who was the pair and who was the solo.
That's cool. Nothing to worry about. I plan to choose ally. You know why?
Because I've only got one BP.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Exactly.
Because Tenmuji also has 1 BP, doesn't he?
If you chose ally and I betrayed you, your BP would drop below 0 and... well, we know what happens then. I want to win, but I'm not that desperate.
Not to mention if he chooses betray, he can't even leave because he'll only have 8 points. So that'll make him look bad.
You see what I'm saying, right?
Tenmyoji and Dio are a pair. Tenmyoji only had 1 BP left. Since Dio said he's going to pick ally...
If Phi chooses betray, and he does choose ally, she's going to kill Tenmyuji, who's just sitting in the infirmary. Well, at least we don't have to, you know, take him very far.
Phi can't really pick anything else. If she does, Tenmyoji will...
Jeez. See, like, at this juncture, I think it would be safe to say, let's just both betray each other. Get 0 points, wait for another opponent. Just, you know, take the risk out of the equation.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Kay and I are gonna be going one-on-one too, right? Since Quark's still sleeping.
That is correct.
And these two have 6 BP. How many BP do you guys have?
I've
they
got
were
6.
they were the pair in the first round.
As do I.
This will be a tough one then. Don't trust Clover, Kay. She's dodgy. She's trying to seduce me.
If one of them can get the other to ally and then betray that person, the betrayer will have 9 points.
Look, Kay, I know you don't really have any reason to trust me, but...
Oh, here comes the flirts. Careful.
I know. You would like us both to vote ally, yes?
Yeah.
I agree. If we were to both betray, then we would gain no points. We would lose nothing either, but that's hardly relevant. If both of us cooperate, then we will both gain 2 points, which is much more beneficial.
Right. Okay, good. You're really gonna do it, right?
Yeah, he's told me that before as well. I don't trust any of these two to, you know, go ally here.
Yes,
Promise?
promise.
They said the P
1
word.
minute remains until Ambidex Game polling closes.
She's going to be like, ally? I didn't say I was going to ally. I said I was going to tell a lie to you. Different thing, Kay. See you later, bye.
Shit, this is bad.
Yeah, we're running out of time. Come
We
on,
need
let's
to
go.
move now.
Indeed. Shall we?
DOK, Fi, and Clover all took off immediately, heading into different AB rooms. Counting from the left, Dio went into room 3, Kay went into room 4, and Fi and Clover went into rooms 5 and 6 respectively. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Which leaves 2 for me and Luna and Alice. That left Luna and myself. What do you think about taking the one on the far left?
Sounds good.
With that settled, we headed into the AB room number 1. Okay, cutting it close. I was about to say, what the hell? Did we open them all? No, that's just everyone going into the rooms. You know, I've always wondered, like... I'm always nervous that, like, say... I think it was Quark was our opponent once or something?
30 seconds remain until Ambidex Game polling closes.
Or not our opponent, I think someone else's opponent. Something happened, and I was like, man, what if he just, like... comes in and sneaks in until and then pushes the button, right? And then we're screwed because we choose ally and she chooses betray. Like if Alice just sneaks into her room at the last second, but it's 30 seconds left, so should be
It's probably
sweet.
a little late to say this, but you know Alice is still in the infirmary, so
You're saying we should pick ally, right? Since Alice is going to default to that anyway.
yes.
I know. It's not really fair to betray someone who isn't voting. Yeah, still, I'd like to take her down a notch. Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, the Nonary game didn't seem so scary.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex Game polling closes. 9,
She's lucky
8,
we're so nice, and Luna's
6,
such a sweetheart.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
One. Ally. Now we just have to make sure that the others didn't like...
The Ambidex Game has been completed.
This is going to be an interesting result because we've got either 10 Muji potentially dying or 5 potentially dying or neither of them dying because they both end up betraying each other. And we've got Kay and Clover who could potentially escape.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation.
Thank you.
Ambidex gates now opening.
Alright. Let's see how everyone else did. Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. Alright, let's go have a look at the results.
Okay.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Nervous. Okay, no Alice. No Quark. No Tenmuji. Tenmuji didn't sneak in at the last second. Betray, betray. Betray, betray. Ally? Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. You're kidding me. She actually... No. What? You're...
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
What the fish?
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Everyone betrayed except for us, and we're the ones who pay the price for it. Kay and Clover, I knew there would be something dodgy there. It's good that Fi ended up choosing Betray, because Dio chooses Betray, and she had no reason to think Dio would choose Betray, because he allied in the first round, but what the hell, man? Alice didn't even show up on the thing, so what happened? What? It wasn't possible. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, and looked again. No. And now Luna's gonna feel like shit, because she was like, yo, let's ally, because, you know, it's Alice, and she's in the infirmary. And now she's gonna think that I got killed because I took her advice. That's not possible. What, did she just, like, go in there just to screw with us and get her 9 points, or did she, like, wake up and she was like, oh shit, they're probably going to be like me and take advantage of the fact that I'm not going to be voting, so I'm going to choose Betray to protect myself. In which case, well, shit, you know. We were feeling more charitable than she thought. How can Alice's vote be Betray? It was a question I would never know the answer to. Ugh. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. At least we won't know the answer until we choose Betray next time. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic, Sopril. Oh dear. I blinked, and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Oh no! Sigma!
Yeah, I'm dying.
Sigma!
Sigma!
Well, even Dio cares about me.
No.
Oh, Luna.
Why?
My eyelids felt like they were made of lead, but I forced them open. Everything was growing blurry, but I noticed that the door of the second AB room was open. No one had gone into that room. I'd watched them all. And yet, there she stood. An apparition that couldn't possibly be real. What? She made it, and she's just standing there? Alice. The world was gradually going black, and my mouth refused to form words, but my head with questions. Didn't Tenmuji stop her, or be like, you know, what's going on? I suppose he had no reason to stop her, but... And how did she, like, recover enough to go here, like, within 30 seconds, and just slap the button that says Betray? Mind you, I guess she didn't have anyone to argue with, like how we had to have a conversation with Luna. How? Why? What was she doing there? And look at her, she's standing all strange. It's like some voodoo stuff going on. Had she run into the last moment, after Luna and I entered our room? But even if she had, why choose Betray? I think I already went over that. Either to protect herself or just to get the last laugh and get out of here. But probably to protect herself, really. She can't have known that we were going to choose Ally. Surely not. Or maybe she did, because, you know, we're that naive little boy. Then the darkness closed over my mind as well, and my questions were gone forever. What, so no attempt to save us, like in the other flow? Strange. Game over. That's it. Son of a bitch. Alice. Oh, she keeps screwing with me, man. I'll solve this next time, I promise.